5 seconds. That's how fast Tesla's newest factory line can build an entire car. Not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. And that one number is quietly sending every other automaker on Earth into a full-blown panic. Why did General Motors secretly buy a piece of Tesla's own supply chain to copy this? And what does it mean for the price of your next car? Find out now. Here's what's actually happening on the floor at Gigafactory Texas right now. A machine the size of a small house, the Giga Press, grabs about 80 kilograms of molten aluminum and fires it into a mold at nearly 10 meters per second. Then it slams shut with thousands of tons of force. 80 seconds later, out comes a single, solid piece of car, one casting. To understand why that terrifies the rest of the industry, look at what it replaces. On the Model Y, 2 of these castings did the job of 171 separate steel parts. They eliminated 1,600 individual welds, and they deleted 300 robots from the assembly line entirely. Gone. The result? Tesla builds a Model Y body in about 10 hours, roughly 3 times faster than a competing electric car line. You heard that right, 3 times faster, and every single hour you cut off that build time is money that comes straight off the price of the car. Speed on the factory floor is just a cheaper sticker in disguise. And in February of 2026, Tesla pushed it even further. Volume production of the Cybercab started in Texas using something called the unboxed process. The target cycle time? 1 finished vehicle every 5 to 10 seconds. Compare that to 33 seconds per Model Y at Tesla's own Shanghai plant today. That's the wall the rest of Detroit just sprinted face first into. Now here's the moment that proves this panic is real. General Motors didn't just decide to build its own version of this. It went out and quietly bought Tooling and Equipment International, the exact specialist supplier that helped Tesla develop its casting molds in the first place. They bought the secret sauce. That's not confidence. That's panic with a checkbook. And what Tesla is building next is even wilder. Drone footage flying over Giga, Texas has spotted brand new castings stamped RTX, short for Robotaxi Texas, completely different from the existing Cybertruck parts. Tesla won't confirm the exact clamping force, but the markings tell the story. A Cybercab-specific casting program, already in production, while most rivals are still waiting on their very first press. And there's an even bigger moonshot lurking in the background. Back in 2023, Tesla was reportedly chasing a way to cast an entire car underbody, front, rear, and battery tunnel, as one single piece. That would let them design a brand new car in 18 to 24 months instead of the industry standard 3 to 4 years. We'll be honest with you. Tesla shelved the full single-piece version in 2024 and went with a safer 3-piece approach for now. But that's not a retreat. That's Tesla banking a proven 370-part reduction today, while it keeps refining the impossible version quietly in parallel. The Cybercab rolling off the line right now is the result. So how real is this arms race? Just look at the hardware. When Tesla started back in 2020, it had exactly 1 press, a 6,100-ton machine making the Model Y rear underbody. 1. Today there's an entire fleet, including 9,000-ton monsters casting the Cybertruck. But here's where it gets genuinely crazy. In just 5 years, press tonnage across this industry has climbed from 6,000 tons to 9,000 to 12,000 and now 16,000 tons. And the single biggest machines on the planet right now? They aren't even Teslas. A Chinese joint venture between Dongfeng, Huawei, and CATL is running a 16,000-ton press paired with a 10,000-ton press, built for 200,000 vehicles a year. Volvo committed 855 million euros for twin 9,000-ton presses in Slovakia. NIO, Zeekr, and Xpeng are already shipping single-piece castings today. Ford is so committed it gave the copy its own name, Unicasting, and rebuilt a plant in Louisville around it, betting the whole thing on a sub-$25,000 electric truck. Toyota, Hyundai, Nissan, every one of them now has a megacasting program. The format war is over. Everybody left is just trying not to finish last. Now let's talk about why this actually matters to you. And it comes down to one number, 40%. Independent analysis says Tesla's casting approach cuts the direct manufacturing cost of a car's frame by up to 40% versus the old stamped and welded way. The body also gets 10 to 20% lighter, which means more range out of the exact same battery. Here's what that 40% unlocks. A car that's finally affordable. Tesla is aiming this entire system straight at a sub-$25,000 electric vehicle. And the competition knows it. That's why their spending has gone completely insane. General Motors, $918 million across 4 plants, on top of a separate $4 billion program. Ford, $2 billion into Cologne, $5.6 billion into its Blue Oval City complex. Hyundai, $21 billion earmarked for electrification, with casting lines baked right in. These aren't research budgets. These are "we cannot afford to lose this" budgets. And here's the painful part for them. Tesla started in 2020. Hyundai's casting program just got pushed back 2 full years, to 2028. In a race this expensive, 2 years is a lifetime. Think about it this way. They're spending billions just to reach the starting line Tesla crossed half a decade ago. And Tesla isn't standing still waiting for them. And in just a minute, I'll show you the one objection that almost killed Giga Casting in its tracks, and the real-world data that flipped it completely on its head. If you want the real engineering behind moves like this, not the hype, just what's actually being built, go ahead and subscribe. We break down every major shift in this space, so you're never the last one to find out. Okay, now we have to be fair and address the elephant in the room, because when Giga Casting first appeared, the criticism was brutal. And honestly, it sounded convincing. The argument went like this. If you replace 70 welded steel parts with one giant aluminum casting, then one bad crash turns the whole car into a write-off. German trade press even warned back in 2023 that Model Y repair costs and insurance premiums could, quote, explode. Scary stuff. But here's the thing. The real-world data never backed it up. Allianz's technical center found that large cast parts show up in fewer than 5% of damage claims in the first place, and only about 1.5% of claims would be made any worse by casting damage. Then the UK's Thatcham Research ran 2 full years of actual crash testing. The verdict? Repairing a section of a Model Y's cast rear end saved roughly $2,700 to $3,000 compared to fixing a conventional steel body. A minor rear rail repair? About $42. The one fender bender and your car is totaled fear was basically debunked. The one real catch, and we'll be straight with you about it, is that these repairs need Tesla-certified shops. And as a dozen automakers adopt casting all at once, finding a certified shop is the actual bottleneck. But notice what that means. It's not a science gap, it's a reliability gap, a repair network that just needs time to catch up. The technology itself works. Even Tesla's own Cybertruck lead engineer put it plainly. A single-piece casting is better both for building the car in the first place and for repairing it. The early fear got the story exactly backwards. So imagine this. It's 2028. You walk into a dealership, and for the first time in your life, a brand new electric car has a sticker price under $25,000. Not a stripped-down economy box. A real car with real range that costs less than the gas sedans parked right next to it. And the only reason it exists is the machine we just walked through. A press that turned 171 parts into 2, deleted 1,600 welds, and slashed the build time to a fraction of what every other automaker still needs. Now imagine that advantage compounding for another 5 years. Every casting cheaper, every cycle faster, while the competition is still paying off the billions they spent just to catch up. That's not one car company beating other car companies. That's one company quietly rewriting the rules of how a car even gets built. And everyone else scrambling to copy a homework assignment they don't fully understand yet. So is Tesla's Giga Press really making every automaker panic? Just look at the evidence. General Motors bought Tesla's supplier. Ford rebuilt an entire factory to copy it. China is building presses bigger than Tesla's own. And the single major holdout, Stellantis, is betting its whole future on the idea that everyone else is wrong. Somebody in this story is making a very expensive mistake. We just don't think it's Tesla. And the wild part is, this is only the first move. The same playbook that's reshaping the factory is about to reshape what you pay at the dealership. Now we want to hear from you. When the first sub-$25,000 Tesla actually lands, would you buy one? And do you think the legacy automakers ever truly close this gap? Or is it permanent now? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you want to see how the Cybercab itself could detonate the entire taxi industry, check out our breakdown next. We'll see you in the next one.